We got Lisa Rinna from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We got Gary Janetti, the Prince, Bruce Bozzi from Lunch with Bruce on Radio Andy, Chocolate Cox. Oh my God, so much. Do you have a favorite? I love what you've done with the entire royal family, and what I love about it is that, you know, it's a full parody. This is not meant to be the royal family. You really, I mean, it is a true, you are using the beginnings of who they are to take it way out of the realm of reality. Do you have a favorite person besides Prince George, who you are so brilliant, by the way, at the voice of? I love listening to your voice. But do you have a favorite character in the royal family? Because they are all characters on your show.
They are. They're all characters, you know. The Queen, I think. There's something about that she is. And Frances de la Tour, who voices her, is just a brilliant actress. The History Boys, she's on the Tony for. And she goes full throttle. Like, she gets it in a way, like... So it makes it, like, really fun to write.
I don't want to... Can I give a little spoiler away about the show? Sure. That Meghan is on the Beverly Hills Housewives, and she and I have a FaceTime in which I try to demote her to a friend.
Right.
And then Prince Harry says, "You've been Vicky Gunvalson."
Right.
And so... Vicky Gunvalson DM'd me the clip.
No.
And she's like, "Can you believe this? Isn't this crazy?"
It's a compliment.
And then she said, "You know, they used your voice. How did they do that?" And I said, "Vicky, I recorded it." Like, you know, and then she said, "Well, they didn't ask me," which I love. So you might need to have Vicky in season 2.
I'll have Vicky come.
You know what
I had
to
tell Orlando how to say Vicky Gunvalson, too.
You did?
But, like,
That
Vicky
is...
He's like, "What is this word?"
This is... That is really, really funny. How's Rinna Beauty going?
It's so good! It's so good!
Good, I'm glad. Wait, we had kind of a shady question. Oh, okay. Prudence 1967 said, "Are you not making Erika own it because she invested in your makeup line?"
She did not invest in my makeup line. Let's get that really straight.
Oh, good, because I hadn't heard that until the question.
No, that was a very terrible rumor. I mean, I would never borrow money from anybody. I have a partner that I'm in business with. Erika did not give me a dime. And by the way, I would never borrow money from a friend. Don't ever borrow money from a friend. Don't ever get into business with a friend.
That's right.
That is not true. Not true. No.
Gary, Dawn G wants to know, are Harry Hamlin's acrylic nails hot or not?
You know, not my thing.
No, they're not hot, but they're useful.
But I love Harry Hamlin.
Yeah.
Gordon S., Lisa Rinna, do you understand where Garcelle was coming from, that you tend to throw little darts at your friends?
No, I don't. She does it for a different reason than I do it.
King of Hot Topics said, "Gary, the Prince is filled with celebrity cameos, but I'm sure there were some who kindly declined. So who declined, or who is your dream cameo? Besides Vicky Gunvalson."
I actually went with, you know, you and Lisa, and Kelly Ripa is in the first episode that George is obsessed with, not following him. People I knew through the Instagram. It kind of felt organic, so not yet. There hasn't, everybody were friends.
Lynette W., Lisa Rinna, what was going through your mind when Sutton said she wanted to sit down without Erika? As someone who has supported Erika, did you feel sketchy doing it, or did you feel like, as the group, you needed to come together and discuss it?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't know that Erika wasn't going to be there when I was asked to come. And then I'm going to have a lot to say coming up about that.
Okay. 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 How often do you talk? How often do you talk to Erika?
You know, I talk to Erika when Erika, you know, wants to talk, I think. I don't know. I can't really give it a time frame. But let's put it this way. I'm closer with Erika than I've been with anybody in this circle.
Really?
I'm way closer to Erika than I ever was close to Denise Richards.
Really? Okay, well, that's very important news.
I think that needs to be said. I think that's important news. You know, I know everyone thinks that Denise and I were close. We were acquaintances, much like I am with Garcelle. I've known them for many years.
For 20 years, for years and years.
But they're like party friends. Do you know, we all have these party friends that we're not close to.
Okay.
I have become close friends with Erika.
Okay.
over the 6 years.
Yes.
I'm much closer to her than I've been to any of those women. So that is important to know, I think.
I think it's very important to know. I didn't know that. Let's go back to the fans in our virtual audience. Here's Jack from New Jersey, who has a question for Lisa. Now, Jack, you and I have a history, don't we?
We do.
Oh.
Tell the people.
Well, you made me a video when I was first diagnosed with cancer about 2 years ago.
Oh.
And you were too young, I think, to come to the clubhouse at the time.
Yes.
And I said I would
16 at
love
the
to
time.
have you here when you can come. And so I'm glad that we're at least able to virtually have you here. And it's so
Yes.
nice to finally meet you in person.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you too.
And I still want to get you here.
Yes. Hopefully one day when everything calms down.
Yeah. What's your question tonight, man? Whatever you want to know, we're here for you.
Okay. Lisa, so what was Harry Hamlin's reaction to the ugly leather pants fight?
You know, he didn't see it. I mean, that's the truth. You know, Harry made this beautiful lunch for us, and then he skedaddled. I mean,
Right.
that's the truth. So he wasn't really around. He kind, you know, Harry sort of sees it and goes, "Wait, what just happened?" Like he saw the aftermath of it, and he was like, "Wait, what just happened?" And I was like, "Well, it's too much to explain. I mean, how do you explain that? You know?" So there you go.
Here is Rosanna. Thanks, Jack.
Thank you,
Is
Jack.
that good? You're good, Jack?
Thank you so much.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Bye, Jack.
Meet you.
Okay, here's Rosanna from Connecticut with a question for Gary.
Hi, Andy.
Hi.
Hi, Lisa. And
Hi.
Gary.
Hi, Rosanna.
So, Gary, hi. What was your honest opinion of Olive Brad's Real Housewives TikTok over quarantine? And which wife do you think he channels the best, and which one needs a little work?
Obviously, Lisa Rinna. He channels the best. Yeah, Brad, it was funny. He would disappear when he started doing them. He wouldn't tell me he was doing it. He would disappear for like hours. And I'm like, well, I haven't seen him all day. Where has he been? And then suddenly he'd bring me the phone and show me this thing to look at it. And I'm like, what have you been doing? Where are all these wigs? They kept arriving at the house. So I thought it was it entertained me. So I thought it was very entertaining.
It got us through COVID.
Yeah.
It got us through
so
quarantine.
funny.
I mean, it really,
Get me through COVID.
It did.
Yeah.
Lisa, Juna B1288 has a good question. Thoughts on Garcelle saying a couple weeks ago on Watch What Happens Live, saying that Denise told her she would want to come back to Beverly Hills only if a specific current cast member was no longer there with the initials LR.
Yes.
Oh,
And what's your
reaction?
question?
What was your reaction to that?
Well, my reaction was I reposted the clip on my Instagram. And then Garcelle reached out to me and she's like, let's try to work it out. Let's get together. Like, I just kind of called her to the mat, you know.
Okay, on The Prince, Gary Janetti has created a world where the queen curses like a damn sailor. So I thought I'd have him gently place the crown on the heads of some other women who've been known to casually drop an F-bomb or two. Gary, it's time to give the housewives the royal treatment with a royal flush. Gary Janetti, who's the biggest queen of all the housewives? They always choose the one next to him.
No,
Okay.
no.
I know. You guys go way back. I know.
do go way back.
Who do you think is the biggest princess when it comes to being high maintenance?
Ugh. Okay.
In the whole galaxy, the whole kingdom.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I love her, Dorit.
Okay. Who do you think is the Princess Margaret wild child of the housewives?
Oh, Sonia Morgan.
Yes.
Who I also love. And Sonia, this past episode, on Tuesday, on her date, I thought it was so touching.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
really
Do you
fell in love
watch
with her
them all,
again.
Lisa?
I don't watch them all, but because of quarantine.
COVID, yes.
Quarantine.
Yes.
I've watched them, and so
Yeah.
I am caught up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Who's the Camilla of the group who will stop at nothing to get the crown?
I love her too, but Karen Huger feels.
Okay.
I love Karen.
I do too.
I love
adore
Karen.
Who throws the most
Karen.
palace-worthy, lavish events?
And I'm so glad she's back, Heather Dubrow.
Yes.
Okay. Who's channeling Princess Diana, giving the most of her time to charity and public works?
Bethany.
Who would do the best with chic yet frugal style, like Kate Middleton?
What's her name on OC? Gina?
Gina?
I forget her last
Okay, I
name.
like it.
Gina?
Biggest positive transformation post-divorce, like Princess Di, finally breaking free of the royal family.
First of all, it makes me so happy to put them in the same sentence, but Teresa Giudice.
Yes.
Post Princess Diana divorce.
I'm going to tell you something. I've heard a lot. That is the first time I've ever heard Teresa Giudice and Princess Di in the same sentence.
And Andy the last time.
Probably the last. I want to thank Lisa Rinna, Gary Janetti, Bruce Crosby, Jackie Cox, John Mickey, Barbara Kay, and the whole gang. For more, click around BravoTV.com. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Watch more clips here and subscribe to our channel here. See ya.